welcome everybody to our ABCD Community Cultivators December 2023 celebration event. We are so excited to have you all here, and we're going to be talking about something very exciting, which is the graduation of a lot of our participants of our cohorts.
Yes, I'm super excited about this fall. We had 4 cohorts.
4 cohorts. That's incredible.
Yes, it was quite a busy time. So lots to get to and lots to share.
All right. So we have first our PowerShift Part 1 practitioner cohorts, and that is our Caterpillar Ministry, United Methodist of Upper New York team, our Southern Elements Family Empowerment, and they are part of our practitioner cohorts. And then we have our PowerShift Part 1 community cohort, which is our Heart of Virginia ABCD network. And then our PowerShift Part 1 self-paced cohort, which is Joyce Rogers, who is our seminary intern.
Yes, it's been a great group.
And can you tell me what the difference between these are?
Yeah. So our practitioner cohorts are really designed for people who want to learn how to practice ABCD in their community context.
Okay.
And so it's a pretty deep dive. I'm preparing future community builders. With our community cohorts, a lot of times it's a mix of folks who are already have gone through PowerShift and they're looking to implement, and they want to bring others along on the journey with them.
Okay.
But not everybody's going to be implementing. Some people are going to be cheerleaders and supporters and all kinds of other roles that they can play. And then our self-paced course is kind of what it sounds like. So it's folks who are going through on their own. And in this case, Joyce was doing it for her course, for her seminary internship credit. And so she got a really deep dive into this. We'll talk more about what we learned from her.
Exciting. All right, so we're going to go ahead and deep dive a little into these teams. And first, we're going to congratulate the members of the SAFE team. They are working in Graham, North Carolina. We have Barbara Christie, Sue Eldon, Lori Newland, Samantha Belden, David DeBlecourt, and Tiffany Jackson.
Yeah. So the SAFE team was really amazing. So they are one of the larger furniture men, food banks in their region. And so making that shift from relief to development, like that's a really big shift.
Yeah.
And what I think I loved most about this group is their deep appreciation for and commitment to practicing hospitality and creating those places, kind of those bumping into spaces
that's
to
so
get
important.
to know. Yeah, learning their community members' gifts, and super excited to see where they go from here.
Exciting. Well, let's all give a big round of applause for everyone that was part of the safety and PowerShift training. And next up, we have our Caterpillar team, and they're working in Huntersville, North Carolina. We have Sarah Hoblet, Elizabeth Cruz Rodriguez, Heather Kendall, Lisa Hawkins, Sarah Fortner, Maritza Stutz, and Kate O'Malley.
Yeah, this team is incredible. So they actually, a lot of our coaching clients have a really broad geography focus, and they are truly a community-based organization. So they're working in one community, and they already had a lot of those practices of hospitality, those bumping into spaces. So for them, their next step is really thinking about community-driven action. Like, how do they shift that power dynamic so that the community members are defining the objectives and leading the action? And they have a lot to work with. And I think what I'll remember is Heather Kendall's asset map. So Kristen, it was like 40 people long.
40 people.
40 community members. She could name their gifts.
Goodness.
She could name, it literally brought tears to my eyes to see how much they had to work with. So this team, a lot of groups, it takes a long time to kind of get those kinds of relationships, but they've been working at this for a while. So I don't like to predict who's going to come out of the gates running, but I think they will.
Well, let's give a big round of applause to everyone from the Caterpillar team. And then our next team is our United Methodist of Upper New York team, and they are working across upstate New York. We have Allison Clark, Anna Blancoll, Christina Clark, Corey Turnpenny, Brian Clark, Vivian Ruth-Waltz, and Rebecca Richards.
Yeah, this team, so this is a turbo team. So a turbo team is where I have multiple community developers. So everyone in this group is pastorally trained, and some of them will be thinking about how to strengthen that sense of community internally in their congregation with the goal of moving external. And some of them are going to start in community-based, but they're going to start in 7 different communities across upstate New York with a variety of contexts,
That's
from
a lot of
rural to
neighborhoods.
suburban. Yeah, like crazy complexity in their community context. But the thing that they all have in common is they're all part of that conference.
Mhm.
And so they'll get to support each other as they move into
Oh, that's
the
wonderful.
next phase. Yeah, that next phase of implementation. This group, what I'll remember, so Allison has the gift of games. You would love Allison. And she made us laugh. All of them made us laugh, but really deep thinkers, but don't take themselves too seriously.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I love that group.
Well, let's give a big round of applause to everyone from the United Methodist of Upper New York team. All right, next we have our graduate from the Self-Paced Power Shift Part 1 training, and this is Joyce Rogers. She is attending the Samuel DeWitt Proctor School of Theology at Virginia Union University.
Yeah, so she was our seminary intern, and what Joyce was really looking at faith-based organizations that we've trained in the past. She, being in Richmond, she was able to go visit a bunch of them and really walked away with helping us see the importance of telling those small stories, those little baby steps that congregations are taking to move them along in that ABCD way of practicing. And so you'll hear more about what she learned through upcoming story series we're going to do.
Exciting, very exciting.
Yeah.
Well, let's give a big round of applause to Joyce Rogers.
Yay, Joyce!
Okay, and now we are giving a huge congratulations to the Heart of Virginia team. We have our PowerShift cohort participants and our PowerShift overview participants. And can you tell me real quick what the difference between those is?
Yes, and so this is a community-based cohort. So community-based cohort often develops after you've trained some practitioners, and in this case, it was Tori Patterson, Allison Cruz, and Callie Walker went through last year, and then they identified the community they want to strengthen. And so this year, we brought together people that we felt could really support them and help them take it to that next level. This particular cohort focused heavily on what Tori is working on, which is youth-based organizing in Prince Edward County. And so you have a mix of practitioners and a mix of community members. And the overview, we had, I think, 16 people come to the overview just to learn what ABCD is and where we're going. And then we had the participants actually came to that deeper dive into what is ABCD and how could they support it. And so coming out of this group, there's going to be a number of action teams that you'll learn more about in the coming year. So yeah, this is like phase 2 of a power shift.
Oh, how fun. Well, we are so grateful to everyone who participated, both the PowerShift cohort participants and the overview participants. So big round of applause from everyone from the Heart of Virginia team.